Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today, I am ready to share this video about the upcoming Prime Minister and what will they bring to Canada in the coming years under their term. Because today, Justin Trudeau finally resigned, and just like I predicted a couple of months ago, I had a feeling that his power was actually waning, and I'm not surprised that he's actually resigning today. So, in this read, I will talk about the power uh, dynamics and the energy dynamics that will coming to Canada based on the next incoming prime minister. I used to do readings that are specifically talking about who's going to be the prime minister, but nowadays I feel like I'm more into doing the energy dynamics that that particular person will bring in to the situation, but not simply just telling everyone that, oh, this person is going to be uh, the prime minister, that kind of thing. um, I just personally feel like it is a better way for me to channel the message. Yeah, because last time for the US election, I actually learned a lot in channeling the message, and I'm so glad that I have done a reading uh, about what will be the next US president, their energies, what will they bring to the US? And I feel very confident about that particular video because I talked about the reality that the next US president will be very focusing on money and finances. When I did that read, I was very doubtful that Kamala Harris would become the US president. So eventually uh, she lost. So, and when she lost, I'm not surprised, and I'm glad that I didn't get it wrong anyway. But sorry, I digress. Anyway, back to Canada. So, um, the first card, the Wheel of Fortune card in the past position means that there was a turning point. Um, there was a change. So, if we are talking about this incoming prime minister, I don't know who is that that person right now because I haven't read the news. Uh, this might be a female, but they can also be a male who has a lot of feminine qualities with them. I don't know yet. But because this read has a lot of feminine energy, so I won't be surprised if that person is a female. It's gonna be a female. I'm not 100% sure. Even if that person is not a female, there will be a lot of feminine qualities about that person. The Wheel of Fortune card means that this person has been involved politically, or maybe in Canadian politics. This person was involved in the turning point of Canada. So let me draw one zodiac card for the Wheel of Fortune. Let me see what that is about. Wheel of Fortune. Please bear with me, bear with me. Okay. Okay. Third house, eighth house. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is about communications. Eighth house is about big money, transformation, Scorpio energy. So there can be some kind of transformational energies about communication sectors. I don't know, are there any restructuring of the communication sector in Canada? Could can this person be involved with telecommunication or the media? If there was any kind of restructuring that that actually happened um, in regards to media, telecommunication, this person might be actually involved with those matters and those changes that have been made in Canada. This person might also be uh, kind of like a spokesperson, like a spokesman or spokeswoman. Is there a word like that? But anyway, what I want to say is they sort of represent their group, and they will come out and speak for their organizations, their departments, sort of like that. Anyway, Four of Cups in a current position means that um, they I use they because I don't know who will be the prime minister. They're gonna have an attitude of being picky, taking their time to make choices. Um, so I think in the coming years, um, well, I don't know how long they will stay in power, but let's assume that they're gonna stay there for a few years. Under their term, they gonna be dealing with the Four of Cups energy of making choices, having different kinds of options, but not rushing into making the choice because they feel like they have the resources or they have the time to make the choice. Um, but the Four of Cups energy is also about stagnation because the good side is they can use their resources to slowly, gradually, being very picky and concise um, in making choices. But the bad thing is not really about efficiency. The Four of Cups energy. Anyway, Queen of Swords crossing it. The Queen of Swords energy is about usually. It can be symbolizing a widow, someone who lost their partner. Um, if if it's not about being a widow, this person can give out the energies of being very logical, practical, and also very um, they don't mind to offend the others. The Queen of Swords, they don't mind. They will say what they want to say. They will do what they want to do. They have a very fixed mindset, and this is because of their past wounds and also the past experiences. Usually not really pleasant experiences they had before. So um, if we want to know how they will treat um, or how they will deal with the policy making in Canada in the coming future, look at their personal past. Look at how they came to power before they came to power. What happened to them personally? Then you will know what will they buy into and what they won't be. You see what I mean? Because Queen of Swords energy is very tied with their personal experiences and their history, and unfortunately, uh, their past wounds and past failures can actually really hinder and affect what they're gonna do in the future. Not like many other characters, because there are many different types of characters in this world. Some people they fail and then still see the bright side of the failure. Um, some people they fail and then they will never try again, and because they don't want to fail again. So the Queen of Swords energy is more about not wanting to make the mistakes again. So they're gonna be very conservative about something, and they're not gonna budge. This person they don't want to make the same mistakes. They are very, what I think, kind of insecure. Even a Queen of Swords, they are very practical, leadership oriented, but deep inside them I feel like they have a sense of insecurity. So they have to keep everything under control. I think this person can be a control freak, actually. She can be, or he can be, or whatever. um, the Five of Swords energy at the top of the spread means that uh, there will be some policy making procedures that they are not gonna gather the support from the alliances, um, or maybe the public, because the Five of Swords is about, uh, gaining the empty victory. Maybe they're gonna pass through some laws, but is, marginally passed, something like that, and even they push through something, maybe lawfully push through something, they don't really have the support from, um, the majority opinions. You see what I mean? So, um, let me see what's the Five of Swords. Okay, 12th house, 5th house. Okay, the 12th house is usually about hospitals, endings, secrets. 5th house is about children, childhood, the media, gambling. They can be a lot of stuff. Um, hmm. You know what? I think it's gonna be some kind of secrets. Um, because the 12th house is about secrecy, something hidden. Um, I think this prime ministers will will be needing to deal with secretive meetings, well, secretive dealings that actually fall apart. So in this process, Canada will lose some support. Uh, there will be some kind of battles that, uh, Canada is not gonna gain the support from the alliance. Um, and this is because of the secrecy, and also the 5th house matters. The 5th house can also be children, um, romance, gambling. There might be some changes in regards to healthcare, um, healthcare related to children. This is the first thing I can think about. Um, the hospital sector. Yeah, hospital sectors. Yeah, I feel like the hospital sectors, the healthcare system, there might be some changes coming up. And I wonder if they're gonna do something about the universal care. Let me pick a couple of cards. What will this Prime Minister bring to the Canadian health sector, the universal health care? What will this incoming Canadian Prime Minister bring to the universal healthcare system? Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Six of Cups, Justice. And at the bottom is Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this Prime Minister will... The Knight of Cups energy is about invitation, uh, romance, and also a spiritual thing. Um, Ten of Wands is about the burden. And then King of Pentacles coming after Ten of Wands, that will be the financial side of the reality. And then King of Cups is about um, taking care, being compassionate about the poor. My apologies. I was interrupted by something, but anyway, King of Cups is about being compassionate about the situation. And then there's the Six of Cups. It means helping the poor, helping the needy. And then Justice is about adjustment and also laws, passing laws, legislation. So I mean, so what I'm getting from the spread, I actually have a separate spread that I use right now, but I'm not gonna be able to put that into the video though, and I'm sorry about that. Let me see. Yeah, I can't figure out the way to put that spread here, but I can explain the situation to you. The Five of Swords energy is about I think it is related to the healthcare, and then there is a type of ideology of this prime minister that they want to bring into the healthcare system. They feel like there is the pressure in sustaining the universal health care. That's why they want to bring in more financial aspect to the universal health care. That's when the King of Pentacles energy shows up. But then the good side is because the King of Cups energy is still present, which is more aligned with taking care of the needy, and providing health care. And the Six of Cups energy is also there, but the Justice card is definitely telling us that there are changes, adjustment coming up with the healthcare system in Canada. And probably I don't think, let me see, how will the public respond to this Justice energy? Okay, the Strength, the Judgment, Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Empress, and the bottom is Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I think this Justice energy about the universal healthcare it's about the ending of a subsidy. And because I got the Empress, so let me tell you what I get. Strength, Judgment, which means announcement. Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Empress. So there will be the changes, adjustments about childcare. Childcare. Okay, right now I can certainly tell you that there will be changes in the Canadian universal health care in regards to childbirth and also, the pregnancy related matters. This prime minister will try to make changes and bring in the financial side of realities to the universal healthcare. So people who are gonna become mothers or become pregnant, be careful because there are gonna be changes, and you just need to be aware and keep track on what they're gonna do about the healthcare. Okay, so Three of Wands energy at the bottom means that um, usually Three of Wands is about collaboration with uh, foreign powers, foreign governments, political alliances. Let me see, what's the Three of Wands energy about? Okay, fifth house, third house. Okay, so mm, fifth house is about creativity. So I feel like they're gonna be this prime minister will encourage more creative solutions and also creative media productions. There will be more collaborations with the other countries. So we can expect some sort of increase in Canadian media presence, Canadian productions of movies, um, you know, media related. Okay, so Two of Pentacles in the upcoming future. So Two of Pentacles energy is about money, finances. Uh, it can be money traveling between Canada and other nations. And at the same time, it can also represent a person who's juggling between two important things, and it's very difficult to balance, and it's gonna be constantly a challenge. But at the same time, it is not out of balance, but it is just sort of delicate because the Two of Pentacles energy, they have to keep the situation under control, and regulations can be tough, um, but they will be very focused on regulating the money finances, uh, making sure that the finances are flowing, but at the same time flowing within the regulations, because those regulations are guaranteeing the financial structure of the country, and somehow I feel like they're gonna this prime minister gonna create a situation where Canada will need to be very careful about money. um, why the Two of Pentacles? Okay, why the Two of Pentacles? Because of Seven of Swords and King of Swords. Okay, so because there will be something that will be let go of. What is the Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles energy? Okay, ninth house, 10th house. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles energy is present because of needing to let go of some kind of foreign connections. the ninth house and 10th house is about foreign governments. So there will be changes of um, in between Canadian government and some kind of foreign governments. There will be changes, and some some relationships will come to the end, and it is a necessary sacrifice. So let us talk about what which particular country will be letting go of by the Canadian incoming upcoming prime minister. Give me one representation of that particular country, the most significant one. Let me see. Okay, I got 4 cards. So this country that will be letting go by the Canada is 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Judgment, Strength, and the bottom is Temperance. So this particular country, their relationship with Canada is coming to an end. And there will be quick development. There will be quick communications, development. Judgment is about announcement and also dealing with the masses. And the Strength card is about needing to contain a situation. So think about a particular country that didn't work out with Canada before, and then there was suddenly a surge in the relationship between Canada and that particular country. There was a surge, and then the surge actually creates the Judgment energy. Suddenly this countries has a lot of presence in Canada, and then everybody, the public is really influenced by this foreign country. And then the Strength card means that Canada itself has to delicately handle the situation, taming the beast. So I don't know. If you live in Canada, you can think about which country that is. That country, um, has a relationship with Canada, but the relationship didn't start well because there are fundamental differences in between Canada and that particular country. But for some reason, there was the surge of influences from that foreign country to Canada. And then Canada has to sort of contain the situation and contain their, uh, you know, infectious um, influences to the public. Think about that country. I mean, and I have to emphasize that there is a something that doesn't blend in very well in between Canada and this country. They don't share the same set of values, but somehow uh, they have a presence in Canada, and that actually becoming a massive problem. I don't know what that is, but somehow. and I have to emphasize the fact that I hope everyone who is watching this video, we are focusing on the situation and the dynamics, but not discriminating people. So I hope you can understand this, and I hope my video is not spreading a wrong idea. I'm talking about, the ideological beliefs, differences between governments, but not the people themselves. Anyway, um, under this prime minister, there will be some kind of disconnection between the current. I mean, some of the partnerships that are ongoing right now, they will come to an end, and because this is coming to an end, the financial side of the reality will change, and that's why Canada will be facing a situation that is related to the financial side. Um, they are letting go one of the significant revenue, and there will be a change of revenue within the Canadian, continent. Um, the foreign trades will change as always, but some of the main resources or main set of income right now is going to change because something is not sustainable. So they will let go of those trading partnerships, and there will be the readjustment on a financial level. Probably this is one of the reasons why the universal healthcare will change in Canada in the future. Anyway, Queen of Pentacles energy at the bottom of this spread means that this prime minister is trying to secure themselves, having their own ecosystem, their own financial system, trying to provide themselves, um, and not caring too much about the outer world. The Queen of Pentacles, usually it is about the energy of taking care of themselves and being able to provide themselves everything they need, and having their own safety net, comfort zone, whatever word you want to give them. um, I'm not saying they don't care about anything, but the most concerned thing is to focus on themselves. So, under this new prime minister, Canada will be more self sufficient and will be more towards self sufficient financially. Um, and then Ace of Pentacles, after Queen of Pentacles, that is about the initial prosperity, but it is the initial stage. Somehow, Ten of Pentacles also showing up. So, under this prime minister, they will initiate a new source of revenue, a new way to make money. And they thought it will be just the beginning, but somehow, boom, something happened. This can be um, something sort of suddenly, because of the timing and everything. They don't need a lot of time in order to make a lot of money. So they once they initiate something, suddenly there will be a lot of money coming in. Let us dive deeper about what is the Ten of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles about. What is that related to? Okay, ninth house, 10th house. Ninth house is about foreign lands. 10th house is about government. So there will be big money in between governments. Um, there will be partnerships between foreign government and the Canadian government under this prime minister, and that will actually bring in a lot of money. What is this partnership about? What is this foreign government partnerships about? Okay. Second house, 11th house, fourth house. So, second house is about income. 11th house is about future. So, between Canada and another country, they will be investing something very futuristic. And the fourth house, I think it is about the housing situation. They might be building a lot of houses together. Um, and the 11th house is also about freedom. So freedom, when 11th house coupled with second house, what I can think about is about the currency, the freedom of the Canadian currency. Is it gonna pact with some other currencies, or some kind of partnerships? Uh, yeah, there'll be some changes about the currency, the Canadian currency. You see what I mean? Let me see. Let me do a spread about under the upcoming Canadian Prime Minister, what will happen to the Canadian currency? King of Pentacles, Magician, Five of Cups, Death, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Okay, Nine of Wands at the bottom. Okay. Under this the upcoming Prime Minister, the King of Pentacles energy is about very focusing, ultra mega focusing on finances. And then the Magician energy is about being very tricky. They want to make something out of the blue. They want to try something, experiment something. They feel like they're going to be successful. And then Five of Cups is about the sadness, mourning about something. They failed about something. And then the Death is about transformation. Uh, After the Death, there will be Nine of Pentacles. And then at the end, it's about Six of Pentacles and also the Nine of Wands. So, okay, let me tell you, under the upcoming Prime Minister, Canada, the Canadian currency, there will be an attempt to, like a magician, to make something out of nothing because someone is being greedy. And then they're gonna fail. They will fail. The Canadian currency, there will be an upheaval because they try to do some kind of tricks, and then they will fail. And then the Death card is about total transformation of some kind. And the transformation, you don't need to be too scared, because after the transformation, there will be the Nine of Pentacles and then Six of Pentacles. So um, there will be an ending about the Canadian currency. Um, Perhaps at some point, the prosperity represented by the Canadian currency will suddenly vanish somehow, because there will be because the bubble will pop. At least I can tell you there are elements I can see right now, uh, or maybe under the terms of the upcoming prime minister, some kind of prosperity which is unsustainable and kind of like it's kind of fake, it's not really that prosperous, and then it will pop. And then there is the ending of some kind of prosperity. And then the Nine of Pentacles is telling us that the currency will need to rely more on themselves. So something from the outside was contributing to the prosperity of the Canadian currency. They were supporting the currency before, but somehow they will be gone. And when they are gone, let me tell you, it is actually not a bad thing. Yes, we're gonna see fluctuation in Canadian currency. However, the currency itself, they need to fluctuate in this situation. The bubble has to burst in order to get to the Nine of Pentacles energy, which is about self-sufficiency, which is about making money by themselves. So Canada, the currency will be more reliant to themselves. Um, how to rely on themselves, I don't know. But I know there will be definitely a transformational thing that will happen to the Canadian currency. Um, and the Six of Pentacles is about subsidies. Nine of Wands is about wounded. Um, so under the new Prime Minister, we can expect that the Canadian currency will have one or several big events. I think some people, they actually need help because the bubble burst. Um, give us one clue about what is the bubble? What is the bubble? What is the bubble that's gonna burst? The first house, sixth house. Okay. First house it is about physicality, the body. The sixth house is about healthcare, health system. Um, okay, so I just want to say be very careful about the universal healthcare system in Canada. Be very careful, be very mindful, be very cautious, because I feel like there will be things that will happen, and it's gonna affect the budget of the universal healthcare. Okay, so at the end of the spread, high Priestess energy is about um, the good side is this person brings in a lot of wisdom to the situation, to the Canadian society. They understand the fact that some things have to be hidden in order to stabilize the situation. However, behind the scene, uh, we can hardly know what they are dealing behind the scene. Because high priestess energy is about secrecy. Even though this can be a very wise person, but they keep a lot of secrets from the public. Um, they have their good reasons to keep things hidden, but at the same time, for people who seek for the truth, uh, who are spiritual warriors, they might not like these prime ministers a lot. Let's dive into what this high priestess energy mostly about. That we need to know. Okay. 11th house, 4th house, 1st house, 6th house. Okay, so there will be a collective thing. 4th house will be the housing. 1st house. So the High Priestess energy is about the future. The fourth house is about the foundation. The first house is about personal expression. And at the bottom is the sixth house. Um, I think there will be the healthcare situation. Yeah, I think it is about the healthcare. Because when we talk about 11th houses about future generations, uh, fourth house is about the family sector, and the first house is about um, the country itself. It's kind of vague. Let me see. Okay. To elaborate the 11th house, fourth house, first house, and high priestess energy, I got another spread, which is starting Six of Cups, let me see, Six of Cups, and then Hangman, and then Magician, and then Four of Cups, Death card, Eight of Cups. The bottom is Seven of Swords. So the high priestess energy is related to some kind of assistance that Canada has been giving the public. The hangman will be, the decrease and also the sacrifice of, the assistance that are being granted by the government. And then, the magician energy is about changing it into something else. It's kind of a trickster energy. Um, And then Four of Cups is about dissatisfaction, and then the Death card is about ending something. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. Yeah, I think. Okay, so now I can conclude this. For the upcoming Canadian Prime Minister, she will pass legislations that will impact the universal health care, and also her decisions will actually impact the Canadian currency. And there will be a transformational situation for the Canadian currency itself. Some bubbles will burst, and I can see certain groups of people, they will actually lose a lot of money. And some people, they might even need assistance because of the situation. And why the bubble burst? It is because um, some policymakers, they are being very greedy, and they want to use the magician energy to actually make more profit, but it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail big time. And at the same time, under the new administration of the new Canadian Prime Minister, some kind of foreign alliance will establish, but at the same time, uh, one of the partnerships that has been bringing in a lot of wealth and finances, but those that particular partnership will end, and uh, because fundamentally they don't align with each other's values, so it will end. And then because of the ending of one money source, there will be a restructure financially, in a way that Canada will be more focusing on creating wealth within their own country, within their own boundaries. So we can see more made in Canada stuff going on in the future, because they realize that it's not a good thing to overly rely on outside resources, outside money, because they contradict the Canadian values somehow. So anyway, this is my take in the upcoming Canadian Prime Minister, and I hope you enjoy this video. And last but not least, be very careful about your universal health care. Keep track on them, and if you are gonna have kids in the coming years, be very careful, be very mindful, because there will be changes about the healthcare policies about childcare, pregnancy. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm very happy that I can do this long video today because it's been a while, and I hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate this, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.